What up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel Dap Universal. I'm Dap, so coming back at you with another pick a card reading. And today we're looking at what are they afraid to tell you. Leaving it quite open, don't know where we're going. Could be what are they afraid to tell you because you're gonna pop off on that ass. What are they afraid to tell you because they don't know how you're gonna take it, or like whatever. I don't know where we're going. I do know that we are still doing the contest. No one has won the free reading. If you want to participate, read the description. But here are your piles. There's 3 piles to choose from. You can choose from pile number 1, the record player. Pile number 2, the cassette tapes, the mixtapes. Maybe some gay ass mixtapes. They got the little rainbows on them and shit. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. The mixtapes. Pile number 3, this llama, this inconsiderate ass llama who does not care about playing his music in public out loud and how you feel about it. He don't care. He does not care. He does not care. He's gonna play that. He's gonna blast that shit. Bust your speakers. Just saying. Pile number 1, the record player. Pile number 2, the cassette tapes. And pile number 3, this inconsiderate ass llama. Yeah, pause the video if you need to. Check the timestamps below, and I will see you at your reading. Bye for now. What up, pile number 1? If you chose the record player, welcome to your reading. Looking into what are they afraid to tell you. And I kept this concept quite open. It could be what they're afraid to tell you. There may be some hard truths to kind of tell you or whatever, because they may be afraid of the backlash, or it could be really anything. Really could be anything. It could be a compliment that they don't feel confident enough to say to your face, so they kind of like speak good about you behind your back. We don't know yet. But I did roll the dice, and I pulled like some tarot cards first, but that's all I pulled. You had pulled Mars in Cancer in the 4th house, which gives me the vibe of someone who is very much a homebody, maybe someone who values security. You could be in a long-term relationship. You could be a very motherly person or have an attachment to your mother. Could even be a mother or a parent, but it's someone who nurtures. It could be like, even if you don't have any kids, you could be like the person in the friend group who is like always checking up on people, making sure that they're okay, making sure they text me when you get home, you know, kind of shit. That's kind of like your vibe. You're also like old school, old vibe type of energy. Like you believe in certain traditional, maybe roles. But I think you may be breaking out of that. But I do feel like maybe you kind of like a certain slower pace type of energy, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna pull you some of these alphabet cards, see what comes up. All right, we have B, the letter B, as well as the letter P. Your name could start with any of those letters, like your initials, but what I'm seeing here is the number 2 and the number 7. All right, so 2 is all about partnerships, relationships, dualities. There's a dual side to you. I think there's a side of you that's that you present to the public is like very digestible and modest, but like maybe that your shadow side, and we all have one, can be a lot different from that, or it can be a lot more deep than that. It's like you may, oh yes, I'm a God-fearing person, or like yes, I'm very spiritual, but if you really get into it, it's like on the other side of that, the part of you that doesn't show itself to a lot of people may be very deeply into like the occult, or maybe deeply into whatever it is, but it's like you kind of hide that part of yourself. You could be a Taurus, you could be a Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, or have those placements anywhere in your chart. But let's look at what people are afraid to tell you. Starting with these, with the bag. All right. So we have tension, competition, clash of personalities, misunderstandings, and chaos. All right. So somebody may be afraid to tell you how they really feel because of the tension. You may be a hard person to kind of like talk to sometimes because you may get defensive. Gathering intel. Somebody is doing research on you, or someone knows of somebody doing research on you for some reason. We have sensitive. So there's People are afraid to tell you that you're really, really sensitive. That's probably why people are afraid to tell you anything that's maybe on the negative, because you may take it really personal or something like that. Or they may feel like you take it really personal. So it's like they try not to ruffle your feathers. You also have mind games, sneaky, snooping, spying, gaslighting, guilt trip, poor communication, intentional confusion. So some people may think that you are playing mind games because you come off a certain way, but I think you do have like a very private, like a certain type of private life where you don't let everybody in. So it may come off as like kind of confusing to people, to the ones that you don't let in. BP, I'm just this. Some people may think that you literally gaslight them in order to get your way. Maybe you do, I don't know, but and a lot of this comes. A lot of this feels like it comes about like during relationships. Bottom of the deck, you do have the Two of Cups. I do see the Two of Cups. But negatively, people say that you are a little ambitious, or you're a little too anxious to succeed. Sometimes, like when you have your mind on a goal, you may like pull all the stops. You may be very competitive, or you may jump into like a situation without thinking it through all the way. Clarify that. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and that leads you into bad situations. They say a lot of times like you don't really see that sometimes your choices really really are a result of like your own half-baked ideas. They say, don't get mad at me, half-baked ideas. It's like maybe you get really excited or really passionate, or someone can really talk you into something or sell you a dream, and you can really like endorse that or stand behind that without knowing all the facts. And that's happened like maybe a couple times where people are like, okay, you have great intentions, but really though, it's like, did we do any research about whatever the fuck you're talking about? The Five of Swords. People also seem to like take advantage of you, or like it's like people think that it's easy to take advantage of you. It may not be easy, but people think that about you. People think that you fall for a sad sob story a little too quick. Like that person at the gas station who come up to you, excuse me, I need just a couple dollars because my car broke down the street, I gotta go, and you be like just crying with me, yeah, just take my wallet, kind of shit. Like here's $100, and this person ain't got a car, you know, they lie. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to give, you know, to panhandlers or homeless people. I'm not saying, you know, you do what you want to do with your money, but it's like saying some people think that you are too quick to fall for it. It's like that man that went back to his bicycle, hopped on that bitch to go buy some crack. What are you doing? You know? But I don't know. People also say that you don't finish a lot of like some of the things that you start. I think that you really are in for the long haul, but it's like you don't have a whole lot of sense of urgency for things that maybe that you're not interested in. Like say if you're doing a favor for somebody, it may take you forever to get it done. Or like if you like say have something that you want to do that's not really like a pressing need, it's like it may stay undone. You may start a lot of things but not finish them, with the World in reverse. Yeah, and the Fool. You may you got the World, which is the last card in the deck. Then you have the Fool clarifying it, meaning that you start shit before you finish whatever you was working on. It's like, and it just kind of starts to pile up, and people notice that about you. But I feel like if they were to mention it, you would get kind of defensive. I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. I'm not done yet, kind of stuff. The Lovers. This may be more prevalent in your relationships. People that actually live with you, people that partner with you may see this side of you more than anybody. But the positive thing that people talk about that they're probably afraid to tell you is like how much you've grown in the terms of like getting out of your shell, or getting out of a certain mindset. Like some people would call it hypocrisy. The way you may like say change a belief that you or go or ask yourself if whatever your morals are is aligned to who you really are. You may have changed. People may have seen a real change in like how you think about morals or what you believe in spiritually or religiously. Some people may call you a hypocrite, but most people think that it's actually refreshing to see somebody not afraid to kind of live their truth. You do have the Four of Swords as well. People say that there's something about you that kind of calms them down. I think that you're a very good listener. I think people don't give you enough props on the fact that you do a good job giving advice or listening to people or easing their mind, making people feel welcome, making people feel like that they're not alone. And you also have a way of giving people a different perspective to help get them out of their certain situations. And you may have been through some things, like some heavy things that that helps people feel seen and heard. Like say if you struggle with like addiction, or if you struggle with like any kind of disorders or anything like that, you at this point I feel like you are open about it for the most part to like certain people, and it's like they don't tell you how much it benefits them to just know that they're not alone. So we have that, but I'm gonna end it with something else though. Romantically, I'm gonna end it with this. What are people afraid to tell you because maybe they can't tell you? Maybe they ghosted. Maybe y'all can't talk no more. I don't know. What are those people from your past who you no longer speak to? What would they say about you? And we'll close it out. All right. I love myself enough to walk away. I was careless with you. You are not part of my plan. And I don't know how to let you go. Take it for what it is. That's all I got for you guys. Sound off in the comments. Yeah. Oh yeah. We are still doing the giveaway for a free personal astrology tarot reading. Just gotta guess what kind of emoji I've already selected, and the date's gonna be March the 3rd when I do the drawing. So just pick a random emoji. It's not a face, I'll give you that. But no one's won yet. So we've been doing this with like 3 videos now. I'm gonna pick 2 winners. But anyway, sound off in the comments. Let me know how it resonated. Pick your emoji. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't, because you can't participate in the contest if you ain't subscribed. And yeah, remember this. If you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pile number 2? If you chose the cassette tapes, little mixtapes, welcome to your reading. Looking into, well, what are people afraid to tell you? And I keep it quite open, so it could be, what are they afraid to tell you because they're afraid you would pop off on them or snap, or like because they love you, they don't want to hurt your feelings, or afraid to tell you for whatever reason. Doesn't matter. But I did go ahead and roll some dice, and I pre-pulled some cards, so it wouldn't take forever to do this spread. So I'm gonna kind of give you a rundown of the personality, and then get into like what people are afraid to tell you. I'm getting you could be Pisces. I see the sun in Pisces in the 10th house, so it could be someone who's like an artist, or someone who's a mystic, or a spiritual healer, but do it for a business. The 10th house is all about reputation and how you do something, like say in the public, or for a career, long-term goals. Is somebody who is maybe a connoisseur, or a good authority in that area. So if it's Pisces, then it's like you probably have a large array of things that you're good at. Music may be one of them, but also giving advice, public speaking, anything spiritual or religious. You may also even be a doctor, someone who, on a different side of it, someone who heals people physically. You could be into like fitness. It's a lot of stuff that Pisces kind of can fall into in the 10th house. So let's just throw some things at you. But heaviest, I feel like someone who's like maybe does readings, or someone who counsels people or listens to people. Someone who is very much an unbiased opinion, as much as unbiased as you could be. Maybe even someone who writes articles or something like that, like journalism. That kind of comes to mind too. But I am going to pull you some of these cards. See what people are afraid to tell you. All right, private person. Private person. You may be a very private person. You could also be a Cancer, Scorpio. Manifest material. You are very good at manifest. You may actually be a practicing witch. Could be kind of witchy. Or just attracting abundance, and like consciously. We also have blind believer. You have a lot of faith, which kind of falls in line with that Pisces energy. It's like you very much into your spirituality. You don't question it. you run on faith and the power of the universe, and that's beautiful. That's your message, and that is your gift to the world. Also, so many secrets. People don't know who you are. Okay, it gives me vibes like people who know you. If you put everyone who knew you in a room, who knew you from like different like areas in your life, personal life, work life, whatever. If you put all these people in the same room and they were to talk about you, they would all think that they're all talking about different people, because you're different things to different people, as you need to be. So it's like some people think that you hold a lot of things in yourself that makes you secretive or something like that. People think that you are a mystery or something like that because you don't show all your cards. You move in silence a lot too. I do see the letter V. You got a lot of 4s. You may be a life path number 4, Cancer heavy, just a really stable, steady person. Life path master number 22. May have been born on the 4th of the month. I have the letter Q, which is another 8. So your letters could be V. You can have a V or Q. You could be an Aquarius. You could be a Pisces, of course, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus don't have to be. But I do get a sense that y'all are authorities in what you do. You may be like, say, even the dominant parent or the person in the household that kind of calls the shots, whether you're masculine or feminine. Doesn't matter. I do kind of feel like you're quick to cut somebody off as well. With the VSC, like the deuces. But what people are afraid to tell you is like some people think that you don't listen to a lot of logic and you only just go by like your intuition. And some people be like, well, your intuition be wrong. Like, stop saying it all the time. Like, you don't know me like that. Like, you don't know stop assuming shit. Some people get real offended because like I think you'd be like pushing buttons, and like I think when like people get that way, it's not that you're not right. It's just like sometimes they feel like you don't have a lot of tact. Sometimes when you like, especially people that you care about, when you just start like popping off on things that you know, it's like, can we just pretend that you don't know? Damn, can we just pretend like you don't know my business? Shit, because we don't know yours. It's frustrating. You can leave people feeling a really exposed. And it makes the fact that they may feel like that you hold back on your shit even a lot more because they feel like you know more about them than they know about you. They can make people feel unsettled. They also say that maybe some of y'all may be lonely. If you're single, they may look at you as a lonely person. They're afraid to tell you that you need to spend more time with people or find a date. Get out my business. Clarify the Hermit. You have the 6 of Cups. Some people are saying that you are still stuck in the past about a certain situation or a certain person, and they tired of hearing you talk about that person. They're tired of hearing you like wait for that person. They tired of hearing about that person altogether. They're like, can we just pretend that the person is dead and like you just like find somebody else, because it ain't gonna happen. They don't believe it's gonna happen. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Some people are talking about how you just went through a hard time or a bad time in your personal life and you kind of shut down. That's probably why you don't like opening up about your own situation, because you're not proud of it, or you don't feel like it brings anything to the table. But I think like those are the moments that we need to open up the most, because it does. I mean, you opens yourself up to receiving support and also giving support to others that may be going through the same thing. Makes you more relatable. But people also say that you sometimes get stuck in your own like head, or stuck in a certain type of energy. People are afraid to tell you to like snap out of it sometimes because you get defensive, or you may not even see that you're even in a certain state, and it like they don't want to make it worse. The Tower. Yeah, so people say like you're quick to kind of like change into like a different mood, or like get defensive, or like get emotional. So people like try to avoid upsetting you, because like it doesn't take a whole lot these days or something like that to make you kind of sensitive. Yeah, the 10 of Wands. They feel like you carry the weight of the world on your back, or like sometimes being tactful around you can feel like carrying the weight of the world. So people may have withdrawn from you or something like that, and you're not knowing why. It's because like unknowingly you may have like say pushed them away because you're not really opening up about how you feel. But at the same time, it's like you're acting different, or you clearly seem upset, but you don't want to talk about it. So what can we do? So open up if that's your story. Some people are saying that you need to Be a little bit more fearless about making a change or making a decision on what you need to do in terms of your life, in terms of moving on or moving in general. Maybe some of y'all need to move in general. Some people are saying you need to go ahead and do that because maybe your home life isn't looking so good. Maybe your living situation isn't looking so good. And you deserve to be like stable and like somewhere where you feel safe. And some of y'all don't have that, and it's like people feel bad about that for you. Not that they offer you nowhere to stay, but they feel bad about that for you. One positive thing they can say about you though, you have the Four of Wands. You are a very beautiful energy in terms of like, you know how to make people feel appreciated. You make people feel appreciated, and you know how to make people feel good. I think you remember everyone's birthday type of energy. It's like you pick out the greatest gifts for people. People have great memories about you. And you're also very creative. The Devil in reverse. It's hard to stay mad at you. It's hard to stay really frustrated with you because you are such a light in your community or like in your group of people. And people understand like if you are acting a certain way, if you are in a down like sort of energy, they know that's not you. That's just part of your circumstance or like a result of like your circumstance. Maybe you've been really hurt. Maybe things weren't fair. People are talking about how it wasn't fair. You got Justice in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. People say that you do a lot for others and you deserve to be happy. Two of Cups. You deserve to find somebody. They hope that you find somebody. That's the positive. But now I'm going to close it out with what people say about you who may not be in your energy anymore. Like say people that you're no longer in contact with anymore. What would they say that they can't say? What were they always afraid to say? I wondered how far this would go. I pretend you don't mean that much. What did you want from me? And I've been here before with others. You weren't the first. But yep, sound off in the comments. Let me know if this resonated. Also doing a giveaway for a free personal reading. Check the description for the info on that. But no one's won yet. We've been doing this for like 3 videos now. Waiting for someone to pick the correct random emoji. And because it's already been selected. It's not a face. But if you want a free personal reading, you have until March the 3rd to do that. But yeah, sound off in the comments. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But until next time, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pile number 3? If you chose the inconsiderate Llama, who don't give a fuck about playing his boombox loud and proud. And if you don't want to hear his music, that's fine. Instead, you get some earplugs or something because he's gonna do him. Okay, he's doing him. Not worried. He's fine. Welcome to your reading. This is what people are afraid to tell you. Kept it quite open, but I did go ahead and roll the dice and gave us a couple of tarot cards just as a pre-shuffle. But we will be looking at, say, the personality type of you before we get into what people are afraid to tell you. And yeah, so you pulled the Sun in Taurus in the 5th house, which to me is someone who is very sensual, probably very artistic, someone who can probably sing. Musically inclined, but probably can sing or likes to sing. I think like karaoke would be really fun for you for some reason. I think that you are very romantic in the terms of like, I like to go on dates. Maybe not so much as like always trying to be committed, but I think you like that feeling of like meeting new people and like getting to know somebody and like, I don't know. I feel like if you hook up with people, it's like the pillow talk is everything. Like you like that. You do like a certain sense of security, so you do want them to pick up the tab. You do want them to kind of pick up the tab. If you go out on a date. But let's pull some of these cards, see what comes up for you. By the way, you could be Gemini, Taurus, Leo. That's all I see so far. Mediumship and ancestors. Some of y'all may be psychic. Some of y'all can see dead people. Some of y'all can see dead people. You honor your ancestors. Also see unexpected money gains. Some of y'all are lucky in terms of money. Some of y'all lucky in terms of money. Friends turn lovers that turn to friends. Complicated. So some of y'all, especially if you are kind of like maybe bisexual or something like that, you may end up like falling for your friends or something like that, or like have complicated relationships with friends with benefits or something like that. We also have plagued with guilt. Somebody may be wanting to confess something to you and they're afraid to tell you. Maybe a friend fucked your man or your girl. Why am I seeing soul food? What was it? They fucked my husband or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, I feel like somebody wants to come out with something. Maybe from a Pisces or a Capricorn. Maybe want to come clean about something. Also, I feel like with the unexpected money gain, somebody may owe you money and they may pay you back or something like that. Or maybe if you're going through a hard time right now, you may get some help from somebody. Can I see that too? Also, you may be investing in something or think you're like trying to sell something or something like that, and it may actually go for more money than you initially thought. Or like if you're making digital products or something like that, like online or something like that, it may be more lucrative than you thought. Who knows? But what people are afraid to tell you negatively, people think that you may be that you're promiscuous, or that you seem to be a heartbreaker. Every time they come around you always got a new person. Like, what the hell? Like, especially your family be like, why? What happened to the last one? Like, it's like you don't stay single very long, and you don't probably keep the same partner for very long. It's like you get bored easy or something like that, or like you just kind of don't wait around. It's like, I feel like you really like to date, or you really want to make sure that you're picking the right person, so you're always kind of in something, or like juggling your options. You may also get a lot of attention from the from people romantically. Also, I see the Five of Pentacles in reverse. People are afraid to tell you that you underestimate yourself or you undervalue yourself, and it comes down to like the types of people that you date. I think you kind of, they say, girl, you be picking the bottom of the barrel sometimes. Like is that person homeless? What who is this? They ain't got no shoes on. It's like huh? Do they live in, like, it's like you make people feel like you just have no standards sometimes, or they say you have low standards, like people with no jobs and stuff like that, or people who don't have any goals or ambitions, but you have ambitions. But it's like you don't seem to really a lot of times value yourself in terms of like thinking about what someone can give to you as well. It's like you can give them, sure, but it's like how can they enrich your life? You don't always think about that so much, because like really to other people looking in, it's like some of the people you dated offer no value to you at all. It's like it looks one-sided to them, like you just offering everything. People also say that you're not practical. You don't learn from your mistakes. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. And also that you lack commitment. Clarifying that the Emperor, your bosses probably say stuff like that. Your people that you work with, your masculine figures or your male figures in your life, like your dad, they think that you lack a certain sense of drive and motivation. Even if you do have it, it's like they don't think that you operate your full potential, and you get defensive about it, so they'll just keep their mouth shut. You're grown, make your own mistakes, but I think you're just lazy as fuck. Like somebody saying that. The Knight of Swords, and you're impulsive. You make quick decisions without thinking about them sometimes, and it can put you in predicaments, and it makes you look like you're a little bit immature. Yeah, then sometimes you get by just by being lucky. Sometimes your guides, your ancestors' guide be like, you know what, help the baby. And you just kind of luck out of stuff. The positive though is like people see you as very fair. People see you as like you're not this type of energy, and then you sit there and expect everyone to pick up your mess. You don't make messes and expect other people to clean them up for you. It's not that either. So it's like you do seem to kind of clean up your own messes. If you get into a spot, you do take accountability. If you did make a mistake, but it's like saying we ain't got to make all these mistakes sometimes. You know, people do find you to be very much charming when it comes down to romantic situations with the Knight of Cups. You know, you're a true romantic. You know how to make somebody feel special. You know how to make a hookup feel like they falling in love when, you know, it ain't even like that. You know, you know how to make a person feel like, oh, you must be seriously trying to like, you know, court me or something like that. And you're like, nah, I'm just like, you know, why half-ass anything? If I'm a be with you on that level, I'm gonna take you there, baby. Like, I'm gonna give you the whole, you know, all my energy. It's like, I'm not gonna half-ass it. You, like, this is what it is. Like, I'm like, you're very giving and generous when it comes down to romance. You make people question, like, damn, do I want a relationship? I'd say I didn't, but yeah, it's like, it's about reciprocity. Now, sometimes those people don't get back, but you make people who didn't even go into it looking for anything serious start to want something serious from you. You have that ability. Ace of Pentacles. People say that you are very blessed in terms of like, you got looks, you got talent, you got brains, but you just don't have the practicality. You just don't have the practicality sometimes for how smart and talented that you are. But I'm gonna pull some cards to say what people think of you, say who aren't in your energy anymore, people who may have been sour, people that you who ghosted you or you don't talk to no more, and close it out. All right, we have I've been struggling, yeah. Them homeless people that you be picking up and trying to date. I'm just kidding. I don't really know you. I don't really know you. I don't trust you. Because they think that you just give it away. You're so easy to see through. But that's all I got for you. Sound off in the comments. Let me know if this resonated, how this resonated. Still doing the contest. If you're interested in getting a free reading from moi, doing the drawing on March the 3rd, all you got to do is pick a random emoji in the comments. Who knows which one it'll be? I know it's not a face emoji. It's not a face emoji. It's a thing. It's a random thing. Pick one out. Let me know what you're doing. And until next time, guys, if you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings, all we do. Bye.